If you're new to government contracting and you want to learn exactly step by step how to win government contracts, then this video is for you. In this video, we're going to be talking about what government contracting is, is it worth it, how to do it so that you're not wasting time, energy, and effort, literally spinning your wheels, and how to actually set yourself up for success. That way you can actually win government contracts and grow your business. My name is Desmond Acha, founder of USA Contract Solutions, where we specialize in helping businesses win government contracts. I make this type of videos because a lot of people don't know how to win government contracts, and I want you to know how to win government contracts. So in this video, we're going to be talking about, first, what is government contracting, right? Well, government contracting is the acquisitions of goods and services by the government from public entities, right? Essentially, the government buys products and services from public companies. That's essentially what government contracting is. The government is the biggest buyer, the biggest spender, and they buy everything. Is it worth it? It definitely is worth it, because the government is like a large entity that just prints money, right? And they need to buy products and services from businesses, and they can't just go to Walmart and buy stuff from Walmart directly, right? They must put contracts out there, and small businesses, bid on those contracts. When the small business wins the contracts, that's when the government gets what they actually want to buy. So there's a lot of different incentives for small businesses to participate in the government space. The problem is small businesses have no idea how to participate. So these large companies or the small companies that get momentum end up taking all the money, leaving you high and dry because you don't know how to win a government contract. And that's what we're going to do today. Show you exactly step by step how to win those government contracts, right? And also how to set yourself up for success. That way you're not wasting all the time in the world, right? So essentially, the first thing, let's talk about the basics, right? So the fundamentals of government contracting is this. You first need a company, okay? Protect yourself and just get a company, get an LLC, right? Just get an LLC, and when you create the name, make the name general, right? Have a general business name. That way you can enter any industry without really being stuck in one industry. If my company name is Desmond's Transportation, I'm stuck in transportation. If it's Desmond Cleaning, I'm stuck in cleaning, right? You want to say Desmond Solutions. Well, what the Desmond Solutions does, right? Well, let's check the website out. Okay. Now I can actually create a DBA. So the company name can actually be Desmond Solutions, right? With a DBA, Desmond's Transportation, meaning that, the company is a enterprise. We don't know what they do, but we are doing business as Desmond's Transportation. I can have many different DBAs, right? I like to call DBAs nicknames, right? So your name of your company is actually your legal name, which is, Desmond's Solutions. But my nicknames could be Desmond's Cleaning, Desmond's Transportations, Desmond's IT, Desmond's Network. You see what I'm saying? Desmond's Moving. You see what I'm saying? So have a general business name. Second thing is get registered in SAM.gov if you are doing federal contracts. You don't need to be registered at a state level, right? To do state contracts, you just need a company inside that state, okay? So if you're doing state contracts, have a company in the state, you can start pursuing opportunities there. If you're doing federal contracts, you need a SAM registration, and I have a video showing you exactly how to get your SAM registration done, okay? So the first thing is, obviously have a company and get registered in SAM.gov. The second thing now is to decide what you're going to be selling, right? Like, what is your value proposition? Like, what do you want to, like what are your skill sets, right, that you can add on to the marketplace? To make it easy for you, there's 3 ways to make money with government contracting: contractor, consultant, and a reseller. A contractor sells their own services, right? A consultant helps other businesses sell their services, and a reseller resells products, to the government, right? So if you're a contractor, use your skills. What's your experience, right? Like, what are some of your skill sets? Essentially, use your experience and use your skills and use your knowledge to provide a service to the government, right? Now, if you're reselling products, okay, what products are you gonna sell, right? Don't try to sell every single freaking product that the government needs. It's gonna be very hard to win a contract because there's a lot of competition in the first place, right? And it's all about the lowest price. If you're chasing 50 different rabbits, you're probably not gonna catch any. You see what I'm saying? So pick an industry and stay in that street, then build relationships with those vendors in those industries. That way you can essentially negotiate the best price and help you win long term, selling the same product to all the different agencies. You see what I'm saying? So the second thing is to be a reseller, really figuring out, like, what do you want to sell? Don't tell me you want to sell anything the government needs. pick a few things, at most three. Okay, pick three things you want to sell and focus there. Do your market research and really research those industries to find out, who were those buyers, right? What agencies buy those products and services? Is it NASA? Is it Homeland Security? Is it DoD, right? Who buys those particular products and services? And you're gonna use your NICS codes and USA spending to do that market research. You see what I'm saying? I have videos on USA spending and FPDS, how to navigate those databases, on my channel as well. So you need to do your market research to make sure that the government actually buys those products or services that you want to go sell, right? So if, let's say, you're selling, pencils, right? Well, the government buys pencils. Are they spending $20 billion in pencils? Probably not, right? So will it make sense to go sell pencils? I mean, if you're selling office furniture and office supplies, then maybe so. But if you only sell individual pencils, it might not be worth, just trying to pursue pencil contracts, right? So you enter an industry where they're spending billions of dollars. That way, there's more opportunities there for you to leverage to win government contracts, okay? So the second thing is really just deciding what you want to sell and researching that industry to make sure the government buys it in large enough quantities. That way, when you go there, there's actually meat on the bone for you to have a good feast, right? The third thing now is marketing, okay? This way, you're going to start marketing and building your digital presence, okay? The first thing, you got to have a website. We're in 2022. You need to have a website that highlights exactly what you do, okay? Don't have a website that has everything that you do. Have a website that has that DBA that you want to really focus on. If I'm focused on transportation, my website is strictly transportation. If I'm doing construction, it should be strictly construction. It shouldn't be transportation, construction, IT, all over the place. Have a few different websites. It's not that expensive. You see what I'm saying? So the first thing, have a digital presence. Second thing, right, complete your SBA profile, okay? It's very important because the agencies, what they do is they go to the SBA profile and they see what companies are in there and then reach out to those companies. So you want to optimize your profile. That way your name comes up on the searches when they are looking for companies in your area that do what you do, okay? So definitely optimize your SBA profile. Again, I have a video on my channel highlighting exactly how to edit and optimize your SBA profile. The next thing on the list is to now create a capability statement, right? You wouldn't want to do that first, honestly, but create a capability statement. It's like your company resume, your business resume that highlights what you do for your business. You see what I'm saying? So you can have multiple different capability statements. Like I said, you can have different DBAs, you can have different nicknames and a capability statement for each industry. I hate when I see a capability statement with 50 different industries on there. We do transportation, we do construction, we do moving, we do renovating. Like, oh my goodness, pick one and stick with it. You know what I mean? Have different capability statements for different products and services that you offer. You also want to optimize your LinkedIn profile, as part of your marketing, because these federal contractors, they are using LinkedIn to find buyers, right? To find you, right? So definitely use, definitely use LinkedIn as well. Optimize your profile that way. They can easily find you. You can actually use that as a lead generation platform to reach out to different agencies to build a relationship. The fourth thing is you want to start, securing funding, okay? When I say securing funding, I don't mean like go get a big $2 million loan, right? What I mean is go and start building a relationship with different banking institutions, right? So that when you do win the contract, you have somebody you can call and get money immediately, okay? Don't wait to call them when you need the money. That's the worst time to go to the bank. Go to the bank before you need the money because you're not desperate. You just there say, hey, listen, I'm new in the area. We just created a new company in the area and we're gonna be doing X, Y, and Z. I want to let you guys know so when I do need money and I come to you, I've been taking my steps. I'm really serious about this business. You see what I'm saying? Not let me just show up one day. Hey, I need this much money. Please give me. I need money right now, please. Now you're desperate, and then they're probably not gonna give you the money, right? So go and start establishing relationships with banks, factoring companies, right? Essentially start optimizing your credit also, because you're going to use your credit to get funding as well, right? So start really fixing your financial situation, becoming financially literate, right? So get your credit together, go to the banks, have about 3 or 4 different banks that you want to work with that know who you are, open an account and just keep building that relationship with them, because once you win the contract, you're going to need them, right? You can also find factoring companies. Factoring companies, essentially what they do is they buy invoices, right? So find a few factoring companies, have them lined up. Hey, factoring company, I'm pursuing government contract. When I win a contract, can I reach out to you for funding, right? What are your percentages? Like, you have now time to shop around to get the best deal. That way, when you go to them, because if you go to them when you're desperate, they're gonna hit you over the head with percentages, right? With like fees. But if you find them before you need them, you have a little bit more leverage. You see what I'm saying? So the fourth thing is really securing your funding, right? The fifth thing now is finding who your buyers are, right? So you know what you want to sell, you have your marketing campaign done, your website is done, capability statement done, SBA profile done, LinkedIn profile done. The question is, who do you want to sell to? Who are your buyers now, right? That's where you go back to the market research and really start researching those different industries that you want to enter, right? You start researching those industries that you want to enter and figure out, okay, what agencies are buying this the most, okay? Like I said earlier, you don't want to go to an agency that only buys a little bit, right? Go where they buy a lot, right? Because like if you don't do your market research, you're literally throwing spaghetti on the wall in hopes it sticks, right? No, you want to go find the exact agencies that buy exactly what you're selling and stay there, right? At most 5 agencies, but I would say 3, honestly. Find 3 solid agencies that spend a lot of money in your industry and stay there. You cannot target the entire government. You literally can't, okay? Find the top 5 agencies, the top 3 agencies that buy what you want to sell and put your feet there and stay there, okay? So if it's a federal agency, you can use FPDS to find those individuals. You can use USA Spending. You can use SAM.gov. Overall, do your market research by using the NAICS codes to find those agencies that buy what you are selling. At the state level, right, then you want to essentially go to your state website, read about how they do business, right? Find the different departments that you want to do business with, and then go there as well, right? Then you really want to really start building those relationships, okay? Especially with prime contractors as well, because yes, the federals, and the state individuals, they buy your services too, right? Definitely build a relationship with them. But you also want to build a relationship with different prime contractors because, they're already in your industry, probably already making more money than you. So why not leverage them, to win more opportunities? Add value to them, okay? You also want to add value when building your relationships because, like, relationship is reciprocal. It has to go both ways, meaning I give and you give, right? If one person is giving, it's not a relationship, it's someone taking advantage of you, right? And I think most small businesses, that's the mentality. Give me a contract, give me some kind of opportunity, right? Like, why? Like, why should I give it to you? Like, because you're coming to me to take my money off my plate, like, and you're not bringing anything to the table. Come on, man, bring something to the table, okay? So add value to the relationship. Hey, listen, hey Desmond, I said you guys are already doing good in your industry. Congratulations. I can add more value, in this capacity to help you make more money in the government space. You see what I'm saying? So find ways to add value to the relationship because literally, like, you will make as much money as your value proposition, right? If you have a $2 value proposition, don't expect to make $2 million. You're gonna make $2, right? If you have $1 million value proposition, you can expect to make $1 million. You see what I'm saying? So really figure out what your value proposition is and then figure out ways to add value to the prime contractors, to the different agencies, and it will make it so much easier for you to win those government contracts because you need a strategy, right? And your strategy should always be, how can I add value, right? Like, what are my strengths, right? That could be potentially these other people's weaknesses, right? And when you find different partners and different primes, find partners and primes that have weaknesses in what you do. That way they value you more because now you're bringing something to the table that they don't have. You see what I'm saying? So you really want to make sure that when you're building relationships, you are really adding value to those relationships. Now, after you find out who your buyer is, right? You have the relationships with different primes and different agencies. The next logical steps is to start bidding on government contracts. If you're not bidding, you're not winning, right? You're literally not gonna win. So you need to go and start bidding government contracts, right? And a few strategies you can do that with. You can bid a contract yourself with your own company, right? That's one way to do it. You can partner with another company, and help them, bid the contract with them as a team in agreement, right? Or you can say, you know what, I'm going to help this prime win the contract, then they hire me as a subcontractor. You see what I'm saying? Or you let them win and they just hire you as a sub. Either way, find a way to add value in your bidding process. If you're bidding your own contract, demonstrate tremendous value how you can support the different agency, right? If you're being a subcontractor, demonstrate value how you can support the prime. You see what I'm saying? But overall, you want to really start bidding those government contracts, and I promise you, it's not that hard. After you start bidding those contracts, right? If you win the contract, great, go deliver, right? Always over deliver and communicate everything to keep building that relationship. If you lose the contract, request a debrief meeting, meaning that if you lose, hey, hey, why did I lose? They'll tell you why you lost. You learn from it and then you change. And the next time, you're probably gonna win because you learn from the first time, right? So that's essentially it. As far as response to proposals, right? We have a proposal writing process that we use, to streamline the proposals. If you want to learn more about the proposal writing process, description down below, schedule a call, talk to my team, and so on, right? More of the story is this: if you want to win the government contracts, this is exactly how you need to do it, right? If you are a beginner and want to win government contracts, this video should give you all the steps that you need to win government contracts. And I promise you, implement these steps exactly the way I laid them out, and you will succeed 100% of the time. Like I said earlier, there are a lot of people out there that are doing government contracting and have no idea what they're doing, and I don't want you to be one of them. If you got any kind of value from this video, definitely like the video, share this video, but most importantly, please subscribe to the channel. Actually, just like the video, okay? That's all I want you to do. Just do me a favor, like the video, like right now. Just like the video, okay? Nonetheless, hope you got some value, and I'll see you on the next one.